Well, we're sitting in the mid to high 30s right now. Clear skies to boot right now, so it's a very beautiful day outside. Unfortunately, we are dealing with temperatures in the 30s. In addition to that, we're dealing with temperatures that are kind of compacted by these winds that we're experiencing right now, and really across the region, wind chills in the 30s, high 20s. So even though it is in the high 30s, it feels like it's 10 degrees below what it actually is. So just a very chilly morning right now. Things will improve very slowly as we get over the next few hours, but certainly right now not feeling too great outside. And that's all in part thanks to winds really in the 10, 12, 13 mile per hour range that are adding on, compounding that temperature factor right there. So it's making you feel a lot colder than it may actually be outside. And really over the next few hours, 10-degree temperature difference right there. Basically, it's going to feel like 34, even though it's 41. It's going to feel like it's 40, even though it's 44. Thankfully, that wind factor kind of dies down as we get into that early afternoon, early evening hours. So that's something that you can kind of look forward to if you want to look for positives in this day, because there's not too many. It's pretty cold outside. Highs topping out in the mid to high 40s pretty much across the board. Not a whole lot of variation that I can see here. Maybe 47 in Vernon is the highest temperature that we're really experiencing. Now tonight, it's going to be even colder, so it's definitely one of those blanket heater nights. You're going to want to crank that heater right up because we're going to drop down to about 25, and really across the area, mid-20s is what we can expect for the most part. Get a little bit of improvement as we head into our Thursday, getting up to about 52. Clear skies with that. This is the last day before our front on Friday comes through, so that 52, you're going to want to go out and enjoy that, because after that front comes through again, we're going to be back down into the 40s, into the 30s. So 50 degrees, really can't complain too much there. That front comes through kind of in the early morning hours of our Friday, and then once that passes through, we get lows dropping right back down into the low 20s, almost touching the teens. So that just tells you how cold it is. And if you want to go just a little bit further north, I can assure you in places like Tupelo, places like Memphis, it's more than likely going to drop into those teens temperatures. But good news is on the horizon. We do have some clear skies in our pattern for the next few days, thanks in part to some high pressure that's accompanying this system. But what that's going to do is by the time we get to our Monday and our Tuesday, we're going to increase into the high 50s, low 60s. So by the time we get to that early part of next week, we're looking a lot more comfortable outside at the very least. When was the last time we saw consistent temperatures in the 60s? I really can't name that time, but we're getting to that point in the season where we're getting past the peak of winter. We're getting close to the late winter time period, and that means we can look forward to at least a little bit of warming coming up next week.